Organizations compete by creating value that customers recognize and prefer over competing alternatives. Two important concepts that support this effort are order qualifiers and order winners. Order qualifiers are the minimum requirements a product or service must meet to be considered by customers, such as acceptable quality, price, or delivery performance. Order winners are the specific attributes that persuade customers to select one provider over another. These may include superior quality, lower cost, faster delivery, customization, innovation, or exceptional service. Since customer expectations and competitive conditions change over time, organizations must continuously evaluate qualifiers and winners to maintain relevance and competitive advantage. Strategic decisions should strengthen these differentiating capabilities while preserving operational effectiveness. Competitive positioning often relies on one of 5 generic business strategies. A low-cost provider seeks to become the industry's most efficient producer and compete primarily through price. A differentiation strategy emphasizes unique features, superior service, innovation, or brand reputation that customers value highly. Focused low-cost providers target a specific market segment while maintaining cost leadership within that niche. Focused differentiation strategies serve a narrow segment through specialized products or services tailored to unique customer needs. A best-cost provider combines elements of differentiation and cost leadership, offering customers greater value at competitive prices. Each strategy requires alignment among operations, supply chain management, marketing, and resource allocation to ensure consistent execution and sustainable performance. The effectiveness of each generic strategy depends on market conditions and organizational capabilities. Low-cost strategies perform well in highly price-sensitive markets, but face risks from aggressive competitors and cost inflation. Differentiation strategies succeed when customers value unique features and are willing to pay premium prices, though imitation by competitors remains a significant threat. Focus strategies are effective when specific customer segments have distinct needs that larger competitors overlook. Best cost strategies appeal to customers seeking value, but require careful balancing of quality and cost. Organizations must understand customer preferences, industry dynamics, and competitive forces before selecting a strategy. Failure to align capabilities with strategic objectives often leads to reduced competitiveness and weaker financial performance. A blue ocean strategy focuses on creating entirely new market space rather than competing directly within existing industries. Instead of battling competitors over market share in crowded red oceans, organizations seek opportunities where competition is minimal or irrelevant. This strategy often combines innovation with customer value creation by introducing new products, services, business models, or customer experiences. Successful blue ocean initiatives redefine industry boundaries and generate new demand. However, organizations pursuing this approach face risks related to market uncertainty, customer adoption, technological feasibility, and investment requirements. Blue ocean strategies require creativity, strategic vision, and the willingness to challenge traditional assumptions while building capabilities that support long-term differentiation and growth. Make-buy analysis is a critical strategic tool used to determine whether activities should be performed internally or sourced externally. The analysis evaluates factors including cost, quality, capacity availability, expertise, inventory implications, lead times, flexibility, risk exposure, intellectual property concerns, and long-term strategic objectives. Making internally may provide greater control over quality, technology, and supply continuity, while buying externally can reduce capital investment, leverage supplier expertise, and improve flexibility. The decision should consider both quantitative and qualitative factors, rather than focusing solely on immediate cost savings. Effective make-buy decisions support organizational strategy, optimize resource utilization, and strengthen the supply chain's ability to meet customer requirements efficiently and reliably. Facility location and capacity planning decisions have significant long-term implications for organizational performance. The location of manufacturing plants, distribution centers, suppliers, and service facilities affects transportation costs, customer responsiveness, labor availability, access to resources, tax considerations, and overall supply chain efficiency. Organizations must also determine the number and size of operation sites. Large centralized facilities may provide economies of scale and lower operating costs, but can reduce flexibility and responsiveness. Smaller decentralized facilities improve proximity to customers and markets, but may increase operational complexity and costs. Strategic facility planning requires balancing efficiency, flexibility, risk management, service performance, and future growth requirements to support long-term business objectives. Developing a global facilities strategy involves evaluating a broad range of economic, operational, and geopolitical factors. Organizations must consider labor costs, infrastructure quality, market access, trade agreements, tariffs, taxation, political stability, regulatory requirements, sustainability expectations, and supply chain resilience. Companies entering foreign markets may choose exporting, licensing, franchising, strategic alliances, joint ventures, acquisitions, or wholly owned subsidiaries. Each approach offers different levels of control, investment, risk, and market access. Global strategies must align with broader business objectives while accounting for cultural differences and local market conditions. Successful international expansion balances global efficiency with local responsiveness and adaptability in an increasingly interconnected business environment. Strategy execution requires continuous monitoring, learning, and adaptation. Feedback loops provide organizations with information about whether strategic objectives are being achieved and identify areas requiring corrective action. Performance metrics, customer feedback, market intelligence, operational data, and financial results help assess strategic effectiveness. Agile network structures further enhance adaptability by enabling organizations to identify and capitalize on emerging opportunities while maintaining efficient execution of existing strategies. These frameworks promote collaboration, rapid decision-making, innovation, and responsiveness across functions and supply chain partners. Rather than relying on rigid hierarchies, agile organizations create flexible networks capable of adjusting quickly to changing conditions. This combination of feedback, agility, and disciplined execution supports sustainable competitive advantage and long-term strategic success.